Is it better to be a harmless man? Or let me restructure this question for more clarity. If you saw something wrong happening with you or someone around you, what would you do? Dr. Jordan B. Peterson says, someone who is incapable of cruelty is an absolute victim of someone who is. This idea suggests that a person who can never be harsh or mean, even when needed, might easily fall prey to those who have no problem being cruel. Think about it this way. In life, we often face situations where we need to stand up for ourselves or others. Sometimes, this might require us to be firm, set boundaries, or even show a bit of toughness. If someone can't do this, if they're always nice no matter what, they might find themselves constantly taken advantage of by others who don't share their kindness. For example, imagine a person who never says no to anyone. At work, they might end up doing everyone else's tasks on top of their own. At home, they might let friends or family walk all over them. In relationships, they might accept poor treatment because they don't want to upset their partner. In each case, their inability to be even a little bit cruel, which really means being assertive, leaves them vulnerable to those who don't mind taking advantage. It's good to be kind, but it's also important to know how to protect yourself and others when needed. Sometimes a firm no or standing your ground might feel a bit cruel in the moment, but it can prevent much worse situations in the long run. A man must know when to be kind and when to be tough. He must have the ability to defend himself and others when necessary, even if that means being cruel to those who would harm him or the people around him. The idea here is about choice and control. It's not saying being cruel is good. Instead, it's about having the ability to be cruel, but choosing not to be. This choice is what matters. When someone can be mean but decides to be kind, it shows real strength. It's different from someone who's only nice because they can't be anything else. Having this ability gives you authority because people can see you're in control of yourself. You understand both sides, being kind and being tough. You know when each might be needed. It means you have more options. You can stand up for yourself if you need to. But most of the time, you choose to be good. This choice is powerful. It shows you think about your actions. You're not just nice because you have to be. You're nice because you want to be. This kind of kindness means more because it comes from strength, not weakness. Once there lived a Zen monk in a small village. Everyone knew him as the nicest person around. He never said a bad word and always helped others. One day a mean bandit came to the village. He took food from the villagers and scared everyone. The villagers were very upset. They went to the monk and asked, "Please help us, you're so kind, maybe you can talk to the bandit." The monk agreed. He went to the bandit's hideout, but instead of just being nice, the monk spoke in a firm voice. "Your actions are hurting innocent people. This must stop. If you continue, I will tell everyone where you're hiding." The bandit was shocked. He had heard the monk was always gentle, but now he saw strength in the monk's eyes. "I thought you were weak because you're always kind," said the bandit. The monk replied, "True kindness comes from strength, not weakness. I choose to be kind, but I can also be firm when needed." The bandit thought about this. He realized the monk's words were true. He felt ashamed and decided to leave the village. As he left, the bandit said, "You've taught me that real goodness isn't about being harmless. It's about having the power to harm, but choosing not to." The monk smiled and nodded. The village was safe and everyone learned an important lesson about true kindness. If you found yourself constantly saying yes when you want to say no, or feeling like others are taking advantage of your kindness, then I'll teach you 2 powerful strategies that would be extremely useful for you. The first strategy is assertive communication. This allows you to express your needs, set boundaries, and maintain respectful relationships without compromising your own well-being. Assertive communication is the art of expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly and directly, while still respecting the rights and feelings of others. It's the middle ground between passive communication, where you put others' needs before your own, and aggressive communication, where you disregard others' feelings to get what you want. To master assertive communication, start by paying attention to your body language. Stand or sit up straight, maintain eye contact, and speak in a calm, clear voice. Your physical presence should convey confidence and self-respect. Next, focus on using I statements. Instead of saying, "You're always asking too much of me," Try, I feel overwhelmed when I'm asked to take on additional tasks without notice. This approach expresses your feelings without blaming or attacking the other person, making them more likely to listen and respond positively. Be specific about your needs and boundaries. Vague statements can lead to misunderstandings. For example, instead of saying, "I need more space," you might say, "I need at least one evening a week to myself to recharge." Practice the art of saying no without feeling guilty. Remember, saying no to others often means saying yes to yourself. You might say, "I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm not able to take that on right now." You don't always need to provide a reason or justification for your decision. When faced with criticism or conflict, use the fogging technique. This involves acknowledging the other person's point of view without necessarily agreeing with it. For instance, if someone says, "You're being selfish by not helping," you might respond, "I can understand why you might see it that way. However, I need to prioritize my own well-being right now." Timing is crucial in assertive communication. Choose a moment when both you and the other person are calm and have time to talk. If emotions are running high, it's okay to say, "I'd like to discuss this, but I need some time to gather my thoughts. Can we talk about it tomorrow?" Remember, assertiveness is a skill that improves with practice. Start with small situations where the stakes are low. For example, practice asserting yourself when ordering at a restaurant or expressing a preference about what movie to watch. As you become more comfortable, you can apply these skills to more challenging situations at work or in close relationships. It's natural to feel uncomfortable at first. You might worry about how others will react or feel guilty for putting your needs first. Acknowledge these feelings, but don't let them hold you back. Remind yourself that you have the right to express your needs and set boundaries. As you become more assertive, you may notice some resistance from people who are used to you always saying yes. Stay firm and consistent. Over time, they will adjust to the new, more balanced dynamic in your relationship. Assertive communication isn't just about saying no or expressing disagreement. Use it also to express appreciation, give compliments, and share positive feelings. This balanced approach helps maintain strong, healthy relationships while ensuring your own needs are met. By mastering assertive communication, you'll find a new sense of control over your life. You'll be able to be kind and compassionate without sacrificing your own well-being. Remember, true kindness comes from a place of strength and self-respect, not from allowing others to take advantage of you. With practice and patience, you'll find the balance between being kind to others and being kind to yourself. Another practice you can follow is the art of self-reflection through journaling. This powerful strategy can help you understand your patterns of excessive kindness, identify your true feelings, and develop a stronger sense of self. By regularly engaging in this practice, you can gain clarity on your needs and boundaries, making it easier to assert yourself in daily life. To begin this practice, set aside some time each day, even just 10 to 15 minutes, to write in a journal. Find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be interrupted. You might prefer a physical notebook and pen, or you could use a digital journaling app if that feels more natural to you. Start by writing about your interactions throughout the day. Pay special attention to moments where you felt you might have been too accommodating, or times when you wished you had said no. Describe the situation, the people involved, and most importantly, how you felt before, during, and after the interaction. As you write, ask yourself probing questions. Why did you agree to something you didn't want to do? What were you afraid might happen if you said no? How did saying yes impact your own plans or well-being? Be honest with yourself. Remember, this journal is for your eyes only. Next, explore your emotions in depth. Often when we're excessively kind, we're suppressing our true feelings. You might write, "I felt angry when my colleague asked me to cover their shift again, but I smiled and said yes because I was afraid they'd think I was selfish if I refused." Naming and acknowledging these emotions is a crucial step in understanding your behavior. After describing the situation and your emotions, take some time to imagine alternative scenarios. How could you have handled the situation differently? What would an assertive response have looked like? Write out a script for how you wish the interaction had gone. This exercise helps you prepare for future similar situations. As you continue this practice, you'll likely start to notice patterns. Perhaps you always say yes to a particular friend, or you have trouble setting boundaries with family members. Make note of these patterns. Understanding them is the first step to changing them. Don't just focus on the negative. Make sure to also write about times when you successfully set a boundary or prioritized your own needs. Celebrate these victories no matter how small. Reflecting on these positive experiences can boost your confidence and provide a template for future interactions. Another powerful journaling technique is to write letters that you'll never send. If there's someone in your life who frequently takes advantage of your kindness, write them a letter expressing your true feelings. Be as honest and raw as you need to be. This can be an incredibly cathartic exercise and can help you clarify your thoughts and feelings. As you journal, you might uncover deeper beliefs that are driving your excessive kindness. Perhaps you believe that your worth is tied to how much you do for others, or you fear that people won't like you if you say no. Take time to challenge these beliefs in your journal. Are they really true? Where did they come from? How have they impacted your life? Periodically go back and read your older entries. Look for signs of growth and change. You might notice that situations that once caused you great anxiety are now easier to handle. Seeing this progress can be incredibly motivating and can reinforce your commitment to setting healthy boundaries. Remember, journaling is a practice, and like any practice, it gets easier and more effective over time. Don't worry about perfect grammar or beautiful prose. The goal is self-discovery and growth, not creating a literary masterpiece. As you become more aware of your patterns and feelings through journaling, you'll likely find it easier to assert yourself in the moment. Your journal becomes a source of strength, a reminder of your worth and your right to have boundaries. Lastly, consider setting intentions in your journal. At the start of each week, write down one small way you'd like to assert yourself or set a boundary. At the end of the week, reflect on how it went. This practice of setting intentions and reflecting on outcomes can help you make gradual, sustainable changes in your behavior. Through consistent self-reflection and journaling, you'll develop a stronger sense of self, a clearer understanding of your needs and boundaries, and the courage to express them. Remember, the goal isn't to stop being kind, it's to extend that kindness to yourself as well as others. By taking care of your own needs, you'll be better equipped to offer genuine, sustainable kindness to those around you. We've learned that being kind doesn't mean always saying yes. True kindness comes from strength, knowing when to be firm and when to be gentle. The practices we discussed will help you be kind to others without forgetting about yourself. Now it's your turn. Try these ideas in your daily life. Start small. Maybe say no to something little, or write in a journal for a few minutes. If you liked what you learned today, there's more where that came from. Hit the subscribe button to get more videos like this one. We talk about how to live a good life and understand yourself better. Thanks for watching. Remember, being kind to yourself helps you be truly kind to others. See you in the next video.